back to the Battle of FDU on this fourth week edition of the show. We bring in the men's soccer coach from the FDU Metropolitan Campus, Seth Roland. He'll be competing against FDU Florum's women's soccer coach, Kristin Giotta. First up, here is Coach Seth Roland. Coach, how's everything going?
Everything's good. Staying safe and healthy as we can here, and excited to get this battle going.
Yeah, I know you're a trivia buff just from our get-togethers over in Hackensack. I know you'll be a formidable opponent for Coach Giotta.
Well, I hope I don't pull a Ralph Cramden from the Honeymooners and zone out during the questions. So.
Well, I think you'll find most of these should be fitting right in your wheelhouse. So without further ado, let's get started here. For the first question, what does the acronym FIFA stand for?
Federación Internacional Football Association. That
is correct, and I anticipated you would nail the pronunciation much better than I could have. So it was founded in 1904 in Paris, France. So this is going to be, we need two answers for this question for full credit. Who are the all-time leading goal scorers for the men's and women's national teams, respectively? And there's a little caveat here. The men's, there's actually a tie currently, so
correct.
You can give us either of the men's answers for that.
Well, the men with 57 goals are LANDON, DONOVAN, and CLINT DEMPSEY. And the women, I believe, with 184 goals is Abby Wambach.
Wow, yeah, that's correct. And your trivia prowess is showing here because you've actually stepped on the bonus question, with which going to be which LANDON, DONOVAN, and CLINT DEMPSEY, what are they tied with in a goal total? So you've answered that, so you do have the bonus question already too. So off to a blazing hot start here in week 4. All right, moving forward. English footballer David Beckham is one of the most internationally famous athletes of our time. His wife is also notorious. She was a member of the pop group, especially in the 90s, the Spice Girls. What was Victoria's Spice Girl nickname?
I believe it was POSH.
That is correct. It was Posh Spice. So now a bonus is, can you name the nicknames of 2 other Spice Girl members? There were 5 Spice Girls in total.
Oh, boy.
I think of 2 others, not including Posh.
No, I can't.
You're not going to take a stab at it. Any guesses?
No.
Wow, okay. So that was a bonus, but the other ones were Baby Spice, Ginger Spice, Scary Spice, and Sporty Spice.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, moving forward here. Now we're going to take a turn towards FDU knowledge. Obviously, you've been at the university since 1997. So this one goes a little bit more to the history, though. He was a Fortune 500 medical technology company from Becton Dickinson. It was named as the benefactor, Fairleigh Dickinson. What was Fairleigh Dickinson's middle initial? We're looking for the letter here.
Yeah, I'll go with S.
That is correct. It is S. And now, off of that question, this is a multiple choice. What does the S in Fairleigh S. Dickinson stand for? Is it A, Sterling, B, Scott, or C, Stanton?
C, Stanton.
You got it. That is correct. So Coach Roland rolling through the main round here. Now we move into the Know Your Opponent section, which I'm sure you're familiar with from seeing our past episodes. You'll answer some questions here about Coach Giotta. There'll be one question and then a bonus tied to that. What was Coach Kristin Giotta's first year as head coach of the women's soccer team at FDU Florham?
2007.
Close, but it was 2006. I'm off by 1 year. A valiant effort. You can still get the bonus here. As you may know, based on your homework, Coach Giotta played at Monmouth University, located here in New Jersey. What position did she play at Monmouth?
She was a goalkeeper.
There you go. Nailed the bonus. So a very impressive round here. I'll have to tally it up, but I believe you got I think you got 4 or 5.5 of the main round, and then you got the extra bonus there. So definitely an impressive showing. As I anticipated, I knew we were in good shape here from the Metropolitan side.
Well, a lot of pressure on the coaches before me. Had to do my best to keep up.
Yeah, definitely represented well. So, All right, so now following up here with the second portion of our soccer edition of the Battle of FDU is Coach Kristin Giotta from the Florham campus. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing well, Brian. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you back here. It's good to see you again. We worked together at my time at Florham, and it's nice that we bring the two campuses together.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's jump into it here with our first question. What does the acronym FIFA stand for?
Federation of Independent Football Association?
That is incorrect. Very close. You had most of it. The I was International as the pronunciation. I was going to butcher the pronunciation myself. Seth Roland, of course. Into the
a leg up on me, that's for sure. I'll tell you that.
I need two answers for this question. Who has the most goals in U.S. soccer history? The men's leader and the women's leader. And there's a fun hint here too. On the men's side, there's a tie currently, so you can give us either of the two.
I'd say the women's leader is Abby Wambach.
That is correct.
Men's, I want to say either Landon Donovan. I'm not sure about the men's. Obviously, I follow the women's very closely. My guess would be Landon Donovan.
That is correct. It's Landon Donovan. He's tied with Clint Dempsey actually for the lead.
That's it.
So that is correct. So the bonus to that question, it's a multiple choice bonus. How many goals are Dempsey and Donovan tied with? Is it A, 50, B, 57, or C, 61?
I'm going to say 61.
It's incorrect. It was B, 57 they are tied with. But Wambach actually has 108 goals to lead the women. So that'll be a partial credit for you there.
Awesome.
Okay, moving forward. Question 3. English footballer David Beckham is obviously one of the most well-known soccer players of our time. His wife Victoria is also famous. I believe she has a fashion line, but she's also famous for her time in the 1990s pop band, the Spice Girls. What was Victoria Beckham's Spice Girl nickname?
Shocked that I know this, but I want to say Posh Spice.
That is correct. It is Posh Spice. Yes, we were taking a trip down memory lane there to the 90s. There's a bonus question tied to this now. There were 5 Spice Girls, not including Posh. Can you name the nicknames of 2 of the other Spice Girls?
Sporty and I'm drawing a blank.
You want to take a guess? You have one. Sporty is correct. You got to give me one more.
Happy.
That is incorrect.
I know it's incorrect, but we'll stab at it.
Sporty was it. There were Baby Spice, Ginger Spice, Scary Spice, and Sporty Spice.
Baby Spice. It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Now we're going to turn it to FDU focus here for these final 2 regular questions before we get to know your opponent. What was Fairleigh Dickinson's middle initial?
I want to say H.
Incorrect. It is S. Fairleigh S. Dickinson. Now, question 5 will be a multiple choice based on the Fairleigh Dickinson question. The S in Fairleigh S. Dickinson stands for what? Is it A, Sterling, B, Scott, or C, Stanton?
I'm going to say A, Sterling.
That is incorrect. It is Stanton. Fairleigh Stanton.
Brushed up on my FDU trivia here.
Now, as you've probably seen from our past episodes, we'll now do the Know Your Opponent section. So we'll see how much you know here about Seth Roland. What year did Seth Roland become the head men's soccer coach for the FDU Knights?
Trying to do my math here because I know he's been there for quite some time. I'm going to say 1992.
It's close, but in 1997. So, yes, Coach Roland and yourself, both veterans of the FDU coaching game. There's a bonus question here. Coach Roland played college soccer at University of Pennsylvania. What position did Coach Roland play? 3-year starter.
Say midfielder.
That is correct. He was a midfielder for the Quakers.
I knew I read his bio at some point.
Yes. Welcome back here, Coach Roland. As we go over the results just quickly, you won. You put up 6.5 points. Coach Giotta finished with 2. She did nail that you were a midfielder at University of Pennsylvania, though.
Lucky guess. I heard you're the trivia guru, so
Yeah,
I had a big task ahead of me. I should have brushed up a little bit more.
Yes.
We all get a little lucky now and then. So.
I don't know if we call it
even a broken clock is right twice a day.
And Coach Giotta, Seth did a good job with his homework on you. Obviously, he knew you were a goalkeeper at Monmouth. He missed your start date at FDU by 1 year. So.
Ah, closer than me. Pretty impressive.
Have you asked Kristin or me about, as I said, PJ Masks or Peppa Pig? We could probably name them a lot better.
100%. Maybe we should redo it another time.
Yeah, we'll have a children's television edition with the FDU Parents edition. We'll do. I want to thank you both for your time today. Any last thoughts first, Coach Giotta?
No, thanks for having me. It's been awesome. Really admire what Seth's doing over there at FDU, and I hope to cross paths again soon.
Coach Roland, any last thoughts?
Thanks for having me. I had a challenging opponent who's done an amazing job getting her team perennially to the postseason in Kristin, and it was an honor to compete against her, and we're all Knights and Devils in this together, and thanks for having me.
We'll turn it over now next week. It'll be the Battle of the ADs as Jen Noon faces off against Brad Hurlbut in our Battle of FDU finale, week 5.